I assume you're going to send us back crap, though.
Presumably, yes.
Mavs, you guys interested in Jerami Grant?
Yes, we are. And we can only really offer one first round pick right now due to the Stepien rule. We will offer that and sufficient matching salary to make a deal happen. So if that is something you are interested in, we can talk about what the matching salary in this case would be. It could, we have a lot of good players in our system. So we can't offer more than one first because we don't have more than one first.
Yeah. So that would be 2026 first rounder. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a construction we'd be willing to consider. I assume you're going to send us back crap, though.
Presumably, yes. I mean, that said, like there are versions of our matching salary that are better than other versions depending on what you are looking for. Like we'd prefer not to include Grant Williams in this deal, but Grant Williams would be a very natural fit with your eventual team, and he's on a team-friendly contract, in our opinion. But yes, we would prefer to include Rashawn Holmes and a few others.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., we don't have much use for him. He also probably still plays a pretty important role. He's probably more important to what you're doing right now than Grant Williams, it would seem like.
Especially getting Jerami Grant. Yeah, I agree with you.
So this is what I would propose. Again, this Grant's another guy we can wait to move until the offseason. Grant Williams and Rashawn Holmes, and we probably, both of us are pretty close to the tax, so we got to make the math work out. It probably means we got to throw in Seth Curry as well there, who's now playing for you guys, and 2026 first rounder unprotected.
Yeah, we do that.
Okay, all right, we're done here. Danny, let's mark it down.
It's a really challenging kind of concept from the Mavericks. Like I thought about talking, about Dorian Finney-Smith and Andrew Wiggins, and Grant. I think he just fits more cleanly than a lot of those guys do, and it taking a single first, even if it is unprotected, and that's daunting as all hell. But the idea of them only having one to offer, I think actually makes, if it's even palatable for the Blazers, it actually makes a deal easier because you can't haggle. Like, I mean, it's the Mavs. You can't even really negotiate too much protection on it because what's it going to revert to?
Well, it could have gone into 27 actually, but that's. I mean, it's tough. This is a very common theme of some of these teams have maybe just like one asset to offer. Then in the summer though, they can offer more because they're kind of step-ianed out. But then you have your although the Mavs can't offer. Yeah, the Mavs could offer 3 picks in the summer in theory.
They can.
But yeah, I mean, you got basically 2 years left with Luka Doncic before it's like shit or get off the pot, and this is one of them. So
I think Grant is an especially good fit with them.
I mean, that Dallas team, it's like pretty interesting at that point. I might feel better about it as them if I'd been playing better in the last like 2-3 weeks and if I had a little more health.
But Dallas kind of has to treat it that it's as open as it's going to be because that's the only option they have.
I mean, am I feeling as that if I'm Dallas, am I feeling like I'm like a massive underdog in a playoff series against anybody except for Denver and the Clippers, especially if I make this deal? I don't think so. I think I feel actually like very decent. Now you have to actually get into the playoffs, which this would help. And it would just take some of this burden off of Luka too. And I mean, I do think the fit of Grant in Dallas is very, very good. So the deal again, 2026 unprotected first, Rashawn Holmes, Grant Williams, Seth Curry. Going back is Jerami Grant. Do we need to include someone for roster purposes? We probably do. Portland has 2. Oh yeah, because once with this Taz Moore 10-day expires, which we could make expire immediately. So yeah, that actually works perfectly. We can do a 3-for-1 trade there. All right, mark it down. All right, every Blazer must go, and that includes Malcolm Brogdon. Knicks, you guys interested?